What's up, guys? This is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabreeds. So this next part of this video, next segment of this video, we talked about the egg whites. So now I have almost 18 egg whites in here. I already beat it up a little bit. I put no salt in it, so no salt is in there, but there is some pepper mixed in with this, so I have pepper mixed in. And what I normally do once I'm finished doing all of this, and I tend to, if I want to eat it, I add some sodium to it, which is I add hot sauce or some kind of paste or hot sauce paste to it to help to build up or to speed my metabolism up a little bit. That helps to process food, to use calories, to help you to do a number of things that help your body out to the overall goal. Okay, so I poured some of the egg whites into this glass bowl here. So, and I'm gonna take this, put it into the microwave, and what this is probably, I'm gonna set it on 3 minutes. But you gotta keep an eye on this, because one of the things you don't want to do, you don't want to overcook the egg whites. You don't want to do that. All right, so because if you overcook it, then it's really dry. You still can eat it, but it's going to be really dry. And it's not going to taste that good. So I always try to keep my eye on the egg whites, make sure that it turns out really well. It can be a little undercooked, but not runny. I don't want nothing runny. I don't eat nothing raw, nothing raw at all. But it will be cooked, but it can be a little soft, but not super hard. I don't want it to be hard, because then it's real tough. And just remember, the microwave cooks from the outside or from the inside out. Now with the egg whites, I've noticed that it cooks from the outside in. Okay, I don't know why, but that's what it does. Because you'll see the outside starts to turn white. The outside starts to turn white, and then the inside is the last part that actually turns white, that you'll see on the egg whites. So I got a minute 48 left on it, and I'm actually watching it through the screen here. As it gets done, or gets done to where I want it to be, then I'll stop it from that point, and then I'll take it out. But it bubbles up, fizzles up to a point where it rises. So you can put a small amount of egg whites in it. It's just going to rise up to basically what you put in there. And I try to put about the same amount in there. I don't really care how thick it is. But if I want a more high protein level in just one, then I'll put more into it. So the protein basically is a little different than the normal protein. So like if you got something there, a scoop of protein that you're using, a powder, might be, it depends on what the company is. Some of them use 15 grams per scoop or 32 grams per scoop. But you also have to remember that there are other things inside of that protein that allows or helps for cellular uptake. And what I mean by that is, normally in every protein you have, if it's not organic or all natural, it has some type of sugar in it. The sugar allows for a cellular uptake. All right, so we're gonna stop that real quick. And it's warm, it's hot, but we want to make sure. You want to make sure that when you take it out, that it is hot. So you want to be kind of careful of it. So this is the egg whites here. So you can see it's got pepper on the top of it there. And so I got this plastic fork. So I put it on the bottom there, shift it out, and I'm going to lay it on this on my black plate here, so you can really see how it looks, and you can see that. All right, so that's one finished product there. So I'm gonna go into the refrigerator and I'm gonna show you some of my meals that I prepared earlier today. All right, so as I said, did I eat egg whites? Yes. I also eat boiled eggs. That's another way I eat my egg whites. I take the eggs, I crack them, and then I take the egg whites, eat those, and take the yolks and throw them away. Here's a couple more meals. As you can see, this is all fish, egg whites, and whitings, which is the fish. Okay, so that's one there. And I'm only going to show you like 3 or 4 of them. And this is egg whites there, and also sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are very good, for a person staying and trying to keep themselves lean. That's the same thing, egg whites, and also sweet potatoes there. So that's 3 meals right there. Now that's not a whole lot of food at one time, but like I said, I eat a lot of food. I try not to get it too hot. Too much at one time. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. This is hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce. I add this in sometimes on the top of my egg whites to help me speed up my metabolism. So you want to be careful of this stuff also. This is 200 milligrams of sodium. A lot of times I think that people don't rationalize all the foods that they put in. So if you're putting in other foods and there's high sodium in those foods, you got to think about that. You got to think about all the foods throughout the day that you're putting in, whether they have high contents of sodium or not, whether or not they have high fat contents. So a lot of times that we gotta think about these foods when we're putting them in, and I think that's where a lot of us fall short. We don't think about what we're doing in the preparation of our foods and all the other foods that we have mainly put in as far as eating throughout the day. All right, so this is the second one that I'm doing. So it's basically under 3 minutes that I'm cooking the egg whites in. But this will be the last one that I cook this time. But guys, this is an inexpensive way that you can do your egg whites or prepare for your egg whites. I like doing this, and although it's a little bit of work, but it's not a lot of work, and it saves you money. If you're enjoying the way that you like to prepare your foods, and you know that you're preparing it with your own hands, and because you know what's in it. That's one of the main things about prepping food. You know what's in it. You prepared it. It's not something that you're buying at the store that you have no idea of the process that these people have foregone or gone through to make your foods. You know what's in it because you're making it. Whether you're preparing it from the beginning to the end, but if you want a better preparation of food and you want it to be a lot more wholesome or a lot more natural, then you probably want to get you can get egg whites, and you don't have to, not egg whites. You can get eggs, but they don't have to be egg whites, and they don't have to be the Walmart or the Publix or the Harris Teeter brand or Food Lion brand. You can get the organic ones. Of course, the organic ones going to cost you a little bit more money. I normally buy the Eggland's or organic eggs, and they're almost like $6 for the packs that I normally buy right now. So, but like I said, you guys, this stuff is inexpensive. That you want to just stay focused on your nutrition. You want to stay focused on your day-to-day planning or your beginning of the week planning for the rest of the week. You want to stay focused on making sure that you're drinking a lot of water. Water is very important and very essential to our way of life. And a lot of times I tell my employees at work, you want to stay hydrated because you got to think about how it's the correlation between land mass and the water mass. There's a lot of water on this earth. There's a lot of water on this earth. And because there is a lot of water comparison to the land, we have to think about how important that is to the land. And the same thing with the body. The body will be the land mass, and then the water will be the actual water mass. How important that water is to your body. As osmosis concerns, the process and elimination of impurities in your system, whether it's pushing out waste, processing cells or rejuvenating cells, we have to think about that. How important is that water to our system in day-to-day life? It is very essential. So you want to think about it. So one of these things here that I want you guys to put in mind, just to show you how important it is. You should be able to go I think the scene is 4. It might be more than that. I can't remember exactly. And I'm paraphrasing. It could be like 30 days or something like that. 30 days or something like that without eating. And you're going to lose a lot of weight. But you can't do that with water. You can't eliminate water totally out of your system. You can't eliminate water totally out of your dietary needs, because you will die. That's how important water is to your system, that you got to have water inside of your system. You got to process it, juices, soda, things of that nature, things that turns into sugar that's high in sugar. We want to be aware of that stuff and be very mindful of it, because that stuff can cause us problems along down the line. Whether people think and they say they got this water with the electrolytes and all this other different kinds of water, flavored water and all this and that stuff. My saying to that is this: what was important then is important now. Water has always been important from the beginning, and don't let someone tell you that this other water that they have made is better than water today. I beg to differ for that. But again, this is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. You guys stay focused on your nutrition, stay focused on your planning of your foods, stay focused on your workouts, and always remember, make no excuses, guys. Make no excuses, for no excuses will be accepted. Peace.